Welcome back to Designs by Shy. So today is lesson 3 of Cricut School, and we are going to be learning how to print then cut. We're going to go over calibration. We're going to go over when to calibrate your machine. We're going to talk about how to upload an image, clean up an image, how to find your image in Cricut Design Space, and then we are going to print then cut on the Cricut machine. So before we get into the video, I just want to say, if you have not already went and subscribed to my other YouTube channel, it is my personal YouTube channel, so it is very unfiltered, very uncensored, as much as YouTube will allow, of course. But I'm bringing a podcast to YouTube. I'm working on it right now. I haven't posted podcast episodes yet, but it's coming. It's in the works. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel now and hit that bell so you get notified when I am posting those podcast episodes. And I promise you, it is something you would not want to miss. But let's get back into this video. Lesson 3 live class will be March 1st, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please tune in right here on YouTube. We're going to go over questions and answers for lesson 3, questions and answers for any other lessons, and questions and answers for any other craft related videos. But I do want to go over lesson 3 before we talk about anything else. So I'm going to give you guys more time to get the lesson, watch the lesson, practice the lesson to get any questions you guys may have. But I'm hoping with every video I put out that my lessons are so detailed and so simple that you don't have too many questions for the live, and so far so good. But I'm going to give you guys more time to get these lessons in before I post the live class or go live with the class. So this will be March 1st, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that is all I have. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so the first thing you want to do before you start doing any print and cut, you want to calibrate your machine. Now understand, you only have to do this when you first get your machine and you start print and cut. Now if you've been doing print and cut, you don't have to do this before every single print and cut. And another time you will calibrate your machine is if your print and cut is coming off not accurately, it's not cutting accurately. If you have your paper lined up on the mat and it's still not cutting accurately, then you need to calibrate your machine again. So we're going to click calibration. And we're going to click print and cut. Select the printer. And then it says print. So I'm going to put some regular copy paper in my printer for this. And then after it prints, it says place sheet on mat. And then continue. So it is printing out now. I'm going to place the sheet on my mat. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And then we'll go over to the Cricut machine. So as you can see, it says select Cricut device. We're going to select our Air 2. And this right here is what the sheet looks like. So we're going to go ahead and load it onto the mat now. Okay, so once you are done with your cuts, you will see the check marks over here Okay, so once you are done with your cuts, you will see the check marks over here to the left-hand side, showing that that mat is complete and cut. So now we can click finish. It's going to bring you back to your canvas, and you can click save to save your project, or you can just exit out or whatever you want to do. But that is all for print and cut. Okay, so the first thing you want to do before you do any print and cut project, now you don't have to do this every single time you do a print and cut project, you just want to do it before your Okay, so now we are going to we're going to line our paper up with the mat as accurately as possible. We have it lined up here, lined up onto the side. And then we're going to open our Cricut and we're going to put it under these two things on the side. And we're going to go ahead and click the arrows to feed it through. I'm going to pull this out some because the mat is going to go all the way through the machine. I don't want it to hit the wall. And now I'm going to go ahead and click the start button. So right now the first thing it's going to do is read the lines, the outline of the paper. It's going to cut. So it's reading the entire paper, and then we're going to start with the middle cut here. So as you can see, it's reading this outline to make sure it is lined up straight, or to read it to where it thinks it's supposed to be. Let me show you what the computer looks like while it's doing that. So it's just showing you the first cut is going to be the middle square. So now that cut is done. So it shows you on the computer. It says, without unloading the mat, examine the cut lines around the small square in the middle. Does the cut line touch the printed line all the way around? So then you would click yes or no. And it's good, so we're going to click yes. Once we click yes, it says we're getting close. We're getting close to the finish line. Hope you can see this. We're getting close to the finish line. The calibration, your cuts are perfect. Select continue to perform the cuts. So we're going to click continue, and now it's going to cut these up here. So now it's telling you the same thing. It's telling you to check your cuts. So on this part, it says which cuts landed closest to the printer. So you would click which cut for the top row, which is 1 through 21. So let's see here. Mine would be 13. And then to the right, mine would be J. It says when you are done, click continue. Now confirmation cut. So now it says unload mat, remove calibration sheet, and mark your feedback below. Are you happy with your cut? Yes or no? So I don't have to unload it to see it, but I am happy with my cut, so I can go ahead and click yes. Alright, so save and close, and that's it. So let's say your machine didn't calibrate the way you wanted it to or needed it to, and you weren't happy with your cut, then you would just click no and repeat this process again until the Cricut machine cut your cuts correctly and you were happy with the cuts. Then you would click yes. So you would just continue the calibration until it is done properly. And usually it's done with just one time, so you don't have to worry about doing it multiple times. Okay, so I am in my project, my logo, because I am going to be using this video to go ahead and print off some more of my logo stickers. But I'm going to show you how to upload images and also do the print and cut. So first thing we're going to do is go over here to the left hand side and we're going to click on upload. Then we're going to click upload an image and then we're going to click browse. So now this is all your files, picture files, things like that. So you can either scroll down, find the file that you want or the picture that you want, or you can type in the file name. So I'm going to type in logo and click logo stickers. I'm going to click open and here's my logo sticker that I want. So I'm going to click complex. You always want to click complex because, let's see, when you click simple, it's not as, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not as detailed as complex. And then you have moderately complex, which is, see how it looks there. So complex is always what I click. I don't even ever use simple or moderately complex. I always click complex when uploading an image. So click complex, click continue. And then here's where you will clean up your image. So I only want this circle. I do not want this pink background. So I will come over here where it says select and erase. And this is like a little magic marker where it just takes out the entire background. So for instance, let's go back and hit the reverse. Let's say if it didn't take out everything, we would click on the eraser. You can adjust the size to how big or small you want it. And then you can go in and erase whatever you don't want yourself. And then you could always come down here and click preview to see how it will look. Okay, and then here we have a crop option. So you can crop out, say for instance, if I only wanted this part, that I can crop everything else out and boom, that's my image. But I'm going to take away all this and I'm going to just click select and erase the pink background and call it a day. Now I'm going to click continue. So now here we have the cut image. So if it was a cut image, it will only just have a circle. And then we have the print and cut image. And now it shows up actually what it is. So we're going to click there. You're going to type in your image name how you want it so it's easy to find later on within Cricut Design Space. I'm going to leave it as logo stickers. And then I'm going to click upload. Now it is down here with all my recent uploads. So now I'm actually going to grab my other logo, same exact way. Oh, not that actually. I think it's a new logo. Alright, so there's multiple, so I'm just going to scroll until I find it actually. Alright. So this is my new logo. Click complex, continue. I don't need to clean anything up, so I can go ahead and click continue. That is that. Now we're uploading it. No, I guess I should click it. Alright, so click print and cut, then upload it, and then boom, boom. So we can click the two we want highlighted that we're going to insert into our canvas. Click over here, down right, bottom right hand corner, click insert images. Now here we have the images we have just uploaded. So now I am going to just make sure I have the right size, 6x4. Okay, so I'm going to come up here, click the unlock button, and I'm going to make the width 6 and then the height 4. And then here I'm going to leave it locked, and I'm going to make the width 3, and it will automatically change the height. So that is that. So now I'm going to duplicate these both. So I'm going to click on my print logo sticker, and I'm going to click make or duplicate. And I'm going to do it, I think 8 times. I think that's 8. I actually lost count. And then I'm going to do this one we'll just do this 4 times. Okay, so now I'm going to click make it. So now this is how it looks. This is how, so it will post it will print 2 of these stickers on each page, and then, oh, so this is too many. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back and delete and do just 6. Okay, so then on this one, I'm just going to do 6 of them. And then click make it again. Alright, so there we go. So now we have 3 different sheets we're going to print then cut. So for my print and cut, I'm going to be using shipping labels. So at this time, you will go ahead and add whatever paper you want to your printer. So I'm going to go turn my Cricut machine on and add the paper to my printer. Okay, so now I'm actually going to print my second mat because I already did my first one without realizing I wasn't recording. So now we have the second mat here, and as you can see off to the left-hand side, the first one is gray, that means we already did it, and then the second one is white, that means that's what we're speaking of. Well, the gray doesn't mean that we already did. The gray means that them are not the mat we're talking about right now or we are focusing on, but the white is what mat is highlighted and which cut we are cutting right now. So as it says printed already, but I did not print it yet. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click send to printer, and then I'm going to find the printer I want. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to leave add bleed on. I personally always keep my add bleed on. I don't ever change this until like later on when I'm printing out sublimation and things like that. So that's a whole nother topic. But for print and cut, I always leave add bleed on. So now I'm going to click print and show you how to print it out the printer. Okay, so this is my Epson 7710, and I'm actually going to be using Cricut printable vinyl instead of shipping labels because I just realized I do not have any more shipping labels. So I'm just putting the paper into the, whatever you want to call this, and I'm just pushing it closed. And I'm pulling this out so it can catch the paper. So now I'm clicking close, and now I'm going to go to the computer and actually click print. Okay, so now that we have it printed out, now we can go over to the Cricut machine and go ahead and cut it now. So now we are to our Cricut machine. I actually have went and printed out both sheets. So now we're going to go ahead and cut them. So I'm going to add it to the mat. And you want to make sure you line it up with the mat, or it won't read accurately and it won't cut accurately. So I'm going to open the Cricut machine. I'm going to put the mats in. Make sure you have your mats under these 2 things on the side. I have my cut settings on light cardstock. I almost cut every single paper on light cardstock. So printable vinyl, sticker paper, shipping labels. Yeah, I pretty much cut mostly everything that's paper on light cardstock. So I'm going to click the arrow to send it to the machine, and then I'm going to click to see once it lights up to start the cut. So now what it's doing is reading this black line. So it's reading the black line so it knows where to cut. So it's definitely not cutting accurately, so it did not read it accurately. So I probably don't have it lined up like I think I do. So if you would want to stop your cut, you can always click pause and stop it, but I'm just going to let it finish. I'm going to spit it out and pull it off. So as you can see, it's definitely not an accurate cut. This bottom one I will be able to use. I just have to cut the top off, but I guess I could use both. It's not the size I would want it to be, but that's fine. So, like I said, that's why it's so important to make sure everything is lined up accurately. So let's try that one more time. Okay, so I think I have it pretty lined up on the top and the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this cut, send it through the Cricut machine, and click start. Okay, so now that this is done cutting, spit it out and push the machine back. So these cuts did good. So I just kind of peel the mat back a little bit to peel my stickers off so I don't bend my stickers. Okay, so that is all for print then cut. These are the images. I printed out today. So I hope this video was easy to follow. As always, we are going to be having a live class going over this lesson. The live class is going to be March 1st at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. March 1st, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It will be right here on YouTube. We are going to have a live class going over print and cut and answer any questions you may have for this lesson or any other lessons or any of my craft related videos on my YouTube channel. But I do want to go over lesson 3's questions and answers before we get into anything else. But like I said, guys, really simple, really easy as always. Everything is usually overthought. You know, it's not really that hard once you actually just jump into it and do it. So I hope you're following along with my video and doing this on your own as you were watching, because that makes it 10 times easier as well. But yeah, I think that is all I have. Stay tuned for more lessons. I hope these lessons are helping someone. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, stay safe and stay blessed.